But it is what it is. They say that the best.
Ah, dear. Right, the other video's uploading, so I might as well carry on. After talking out loud, the moaning next door stopped now. Right, because I explained what I was doing the other night, so he knows what's going on. The arguing what he heard between me and my son. Yeah, he heard my son getting put in his place and sent to his room, get out of my fucking bedroom. Don't come around me with your stupid alcoholic nonsense. Go in there and mouth off to yourself. You're doing my head in, fuck off. I'm doing that stupid shit at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get me in trouble. There was a car sitting outside for about an hour with its headlights on, and I'm thinking, like, what the fuck's going on here? Watching it on the camera while he's calming down and I'm calming down. So one of the neighbours probably overheard something, and there was a car sitting outside their property in case a fight broke out, and blah 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 blah, because everyone's expecting me to react the same way, right? No. No, 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 no. That's not how things are between family at all. That's the putney that I got the breach of probation for gone again, yeah? Couldn't stand on it the last time, so I couldn't get to the appointment. Backed up by medical evidence it was as well, so they lied. Right, but the fucking thing's gone again. Right, so that's why that's strapped up today. Right. Like I was saying, the vibe you give out and resonate with is what you manifest. So when you see what you're manifesting, like I said, I'm ready for something, so I'm vibrating at a certain level, and when something of that resonance walks past, then I twig it straight away because I'm resonating at that level. So, like, it's not about something being out of my league now, is it? Because they're in my league, if you get my point. Because the vibrations change, nothing else, just the vibrations change. If it's a match, then obviously, you know. So, yeah, a little test run while I was getting my shopping today. And I blew it a couple of kisses because I thought, well, you know, you've got to be careful about what you say and what you do, haven't you, these days, because of snowflakes and all that sort of bullshit. And so-called misogyny and all the bullshit acts and blah blahs that have come out. So, beauty deserved to be blown a kiss at, so that's what I did. And the response, because I was looking to see if it looked back, and it picked up its phone and angled its phone to look back with on the reflection in the phone. So she was hearing what happened, and she's just discreetly looking in her rear view mirror there on her phone to see who blew her the kisses. Ah, like girls do. Well, that weren't no girl, mate. That was a woman and a half. All shipshape and Bristol fashion, with buns ready for cooking at the back there. Isn't it, Marnie? Fuck that missionary shit. Hey, boss dog. Yeah, I got all my food that I needed. Got me sausages, chips, duck, all that sort of good stuff. Some Rizzlers, some decent coffee, and like I said, a new little toolkit since for my new hobby. for making craft shit with. And for cutting fishing line and stuff like that. And anyway, I'll probably find it, like I said, in amongst all the stuff that I just swept out the way, out of the dog's way. It didn't end up on the bed or the units, which I moved from over there, so it's not on there. It could well be up in the top there somewhere, just been put down. I was using that until I found the eagle claw blade with the hook blade, and then I used that for scribing with instead. But I tried using the mini standing off and the blade pinged out somewhere. Yeah, so I've got a new gun for me bag there, look. Because like I said, you got to be careful about the a bike pump that's a gun to go in my backpack for when I'm out on the bike, because I don't want to be walking, do I, if I get a flat. Who's licking now? Is that you licking your paws, Marnie? Hulkster, you better not be pup eating. If I find anything in that hallway after you've been out in the garden, you boys and girls are going to get told off. I'm sick of cleaning your shit up and that. Stop your territorial marking, please. You're a pack, you don't need to do that. Aretha Sabbath Superfools. Why am I seeing that? Let's have a look at that. Reaction, yeah? Yeah, better pause it for the fair use copyright strike thing. Because you got to think smart in this day and age. But it wasn't the track I was thinking of. I was just curious what the track was. So that don't sound a bad mashup. Yeah, what was that song I was thinking of when before it come walking past? It was quite funny actually, because I was thinking that, then it came walking past. That was it. I was whistling to myself. Poetry in motion, walking down the street. You know what the old back buns are like when it's poetry in motion. Yeah, that Aretha Franklin one ain't bad though, is it? Blended with a bit of Motorhead or a bit of Black Sabbath. Very different. It's all about how you mix and use the music vibration, isn't it? Now they're even trying to hide it. What are they doing now? Why is Sharon Osbourne on there? I watched them yesterday. Let's have a listen to this. Always worth a listen. He points out the obvious. Let's have a listen. same sense of humour
Well,
as
guys,
myself.
just when you thought
Oh,
Lawrence
this.
Fox, I wouldn't even port so the tribe couldn't get any more demented it naturally has. Because now we got Talk TV calling GB News a hate channel, all while it has the personification of moral fortitude like Ozzy Osbourne's wife on the bloody show.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's not somebody just speaking out of turn, it's just foul. Why take it down? He's meant to be somewhat of a politician.
But Ozzy was talking about being romantic and
And I mean,
grossing his kids out in front of Sharon the other day on the show.
I mean, it's disgraceful, it's belittling. It's
So Ozzy's disgraceful as well, is he?
True. She's a gorgeous looking woman, and what's more, she's highly intelligent.
Yeah, well, that was the point of the humour, right? In other words, with that attitude, she ain't attractive to no one. Right? Bloke humour.
This is obviously laughable because let's be honest here,
It ain't about the looks, it's what comes out their mouth, the attitude, the vibration, all that. Get it?
And never forget, they pump out the climate fear porn and also took money to propagandise the public during the pandemic. With that being said, this demented push to silence GB News and its presenters has to be looked at in a wider context of censorship, because in short order, Ofcom will be the internet regulator.
Oh, not Ofcom. And what's it called?
Said this about Ofcom.
Ofcom has a really proud record.
What's it called?
Defending free speech, but
The Internet Safety Bill.
So it's easy for me to sit here and say, and actually agree
Where
with
an
Adam. I
opinion
think it should
becomes a
be
crime.
It's entirely predictable that Lawrence Fox was going to.
Not
come
if
out
humour
and
comes
say
out with
that
humour.
effect. So I think what was less predictable.
It's the opinion
Dan Woodman
what
smirking.
judges it as a crime. Oh, you nasty man. Do you see what I mean? Oh, you nasty man. Why do women have mammary glands? That's right.
So please, Caroline Wokes, tell me about the
For babies swinging off them, not men.
Ofcom has a really proud record of defending free speech.
Yes, Ofcom, the defenders of free speech, blocked me on Twitter for
if I
calling
talk
them
to the
biased after
bitch
they
out in the hallway saying,
the public sent in
"You're a
about
bitch.
this.
What are you chewing grass for like a cow?" Yeah, stop flirting and being a mucky little man around the boys. You dirty bitch.
Yeah, 30,000 complaints and Ofcom did nothing to Britain's Got Talent, but find GB
You know what I mean?
News
It's
when
bloke
they get
humour,
a handful
isn't
of
it?
complaints from lefty fuckpigs. So Ofcom controlling the internet's going to be like a woke version of North Korea, I expect. But to top it all off, we even have Gordon Brown.
Oh, Gordon Brown. Yeah, I like the Al Murray. I don't do impressions. Rubbing his hands like a miser.
Now, the former Prime Minister Gordon Brown has responded to GB News' suspension
Oh, great.
of presenters
Let's wheel out an
Lawrence
old
Fox
dinosaur
and
there.
Dan Wootton over comments about a female journalist.
He's
been
blind in
speaking
one eye.
to Sophie Richards.
Let's get the accent right.
I think we've got to look very carefully at GB News and all these broadcast companies that are emerging, because we've got a far wider range of broadcasters, and the system of regulation is not good enough to cope with that.
Oh dear, you mean people are saying what they want and being humorous on the news? How dare they?
Yes, we need to look at these
Got to be serious. I'm talking the Queen's English.
Media, even though they spout a slightly less woke version of the same bollocks literally 99% of the time. This is obviously proof
Reaction video, right?
Used to justify Ofcom's powers being ramped up to essentially mirror V for Vendetta or something.
Oh!
This is why you sat there saying Ofcom needs more teeth to enforce standards, which does make me laugh when this is the standards we
Standards of what? Whose standards?
Was an historic 8-goal victory.
Oh, their standards.
The Lionesses secured
The Lionesses standards.
But all starting
Right.
11 players and the 5 substitutes that came onto the pitch were all white, and that does
Oh, right.
point towards a lack of diversity in the
Oh,
team.
right, okay.
The fact that almost everyone in these beautiful places is white. That is certainly the case here in Larks, and has been at all of the places that I've been fortunate enough to
Why is
visit
football
through
being turned
competition
into a
and
race
now
thing?
work.
Gay people watch women's football. Now they're moaning because they're white girls only playing football.
I've seen other white celebrities come out and say that they've got breast cancer. I've looked at the comments.
Turning it into a race thing when there's no race
This is
thing
where you're
there,
gonna
do you
see
know
a
what I mean?
difference between black women and white women talking about it.
And one of the most remarkable sequences as well, was seeing the Himalayas before and
The
after.
Himalayas?
Before people in Pakistan
Big mountains.
couldn't see them. You can see
Big
the split
mountain
screen
ranges,
there.
them, aren't
That was
they?
before when it's just like small
Not good for
places.
playing football
And then
with,
look
though.
at that. Crystal clear views. That's remarkable, isn't it?
Crystal clear views? God dear, what is she trying to imply?
As science as we can about what the science is discovering, but I like this is just.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that news story. Just a bit of bloke humour, here's an infill.
And I just think it was quite sort of spiritual. So, you know, it's almost like Mother Nature saying, I can't breathe, but now I can. Let me show you what you're missing.
Now
This
the
is
planet
most
is Black Lives Matter.
thing on the planet.
Alright, okay.
Oh yeah, anti-white crap or climate lies using doctored photos are perfectly fine, but telling some tart you don't want a porker is the be all and end all. That means TV
See what I mean,
stations
bloke?
too low should be
Humour.
cancelled. Oh, and never forget, the BBC hiding Jimmy Savile for all them years is neither here nor there, much like ITV and Schofield. But
King
simply
Tampon's
saying you
best
won't
buddy,
get
yeah?
down some feminist trout is now the worst thing the media's ever seen. This is obviously bollocks, and like I said, is being used to justify Ofcom going full 1984, well, as soon as the law allows them to. And on top of that, it's also being used by other media outlets to take down the competition, which we will prove.
But like I said, I watched the Osbournes blog the other night, and Ozzy was being romantically dirty in front of Sharon and his kids, and Grayson his kids out, right? Like a father would do. But because it was Ozzy Osbourne saying it and joking on their podcast, he wasn't being rude and filthy, right? Because he was talking next to his wife, so he was wording it for that reason. But if he was out with the lads and he was joking about being romantic with his wife, the language would be a lot more coarser and blokish, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Go balls deep in some bird's sock pocket because it might get her salty, while at the same time the same media outlets scream about Russell Brand, who, let's be honest, they actively promoted when he wanted to plough fields.
But Ozzy was saying the same thing as basically what they were saying. But he weren't implying that he wouldn't not do Sharon. You know what I mean?
Despite her saying the same thing herself to men on bloody Twitter.
Blokes don't want that attitude coming out of a nice blonde lady, do they? It's like, oh, what a waste.
Yeah, this
Fuck
once
you,
again
stay
tells
over
me
there.
It's got bugger all to do with what was actually said and
Not
more
worth
to
a
do
fuck.
with what it can be used to achieve, which Gordon Brand
You'll only
actually
be
gave
here
away
raking
at the end
head
there when
damage.
he said he wasn't in favour of censorship while
Do you
calling
know
for
what
it
I
at the
mean?
same time.
So I don't think your body compensates for that.
Either way, as many pointed out, the whole thing is a storm in a teacup over a comment that's about as offensive as calling someone ugly. But it wasn't even finished there, because Adam Bolton went on Newsnight yesterday and said the quiet part out loud just to prove what many had suspected.
In fact, I was at a news meeting at another broadcast today and was saying, well, you know, would you still put Lawrence Fox on television? And the conclusion was you probably wouldn't.
Fox in a hen house, eh? An old adage.
Well, why was GB News doing it? And, you know,
Oh dear, why was GB News doing it? Well, probably because BBC News is boring and the news is all stiff and serious and people are sick of it. So, might have been trying to say, well, listen to us, we're not going to take things so serious, we're going to laugh and joke while we're telling you the news today. Because it's so fucking ridiculous. Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. We're trying to scare the population, to keep them all in a state of negative vibration. You can't do that. We've got the new pandemic story ready to go in the autumn. Trust us. We're the government. We're the BBC. Blah, blah, blah. Do you ken me humour now? Oh. There's a sweetener on the floor, so you dogs get in there. Come on, move. Get in there. I don't want you licking shit off the floor. You don't give a shit if it's coffee dregs. Your coffee granule, bit of fucking meat, kibble. Yeah, excuse me, being hyper, talking to my dogs.